You're listening to The John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Ferris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris. How do you do on this Tuesday, sir?
Well, it's National Backward Day. Not sure what that means.
I don't know what that means
Everything's
either.
a bit backwards, apparently.
Whatever. Take your favorite dyslexic to lunch, I guess. I don't know. It's backward. Backward Day. Who celebrated? Actually, I'm doing pretty well. Thanks for asking, John.
Yeah. I'm glad you acknowledged that.
Fantastic. Amelia Driver is 53 today. We call her Minnie.
Minnie Driver.
Minnie Driver.
I like Minnie Driver.
Yeah, she's a Goodwill Hunting. Loved her in, was it Grosse Pointe Blank? Great, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty nifty. Who else? Portia de Rossi is Fitty. She's
Fitty.
Fitty.
Fitty is old.
Actually, her new last name, well, not really new, but her last name is actually technically, officially, a DeGeneres.
Oh, Ellen's.
She's married to Ellen.
Ellen's wife.
So does that make her the wife then?
I don't know.
If she took Ellen's last name, she's the wife, right?
I would. Yeah,
You would
I assume so.
assume.
I don't know how that works.
I don't either.
Can we even talk about this? I don't think we can talk about
We can
this.
talk about whatever we want.
We sure can. This is America, John.
That's
Thank you
right.
for reminding me.
It's America. We loved him, and In Sync loved him as a solo artist. Gosh darn it, we just love him. We just love him. Justin Timberlake is JT, 42 today.
Is he real? He's only 42.
He's just a punk.
Doesn't it make you feel like maybe we just haven't done squat in our lives? Look what he's done.
Oh, I know for a fact.
You know, he owns what's that thing called? Not Facebook, the one before that.
He owns
Not
what?
Facebook, the one that was before Facebook.
For Facebook.
Not LinkedIn. MySpace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just read something
What
somewhere
do you
that
mean he owned that. What are you even talking about?
he bought MySpace.
Well, that was a great
Justin Timberlake
investment.
did. I don't know. He was in the movie about social networking. Maybe he thought, I'll buy this and I'll turn it around and it'll be the next thing.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. You never know. If he's got it, he's bringing sexy back. He might bring MySpace
Which
back as well.
brings me to our dramatic reading today, by the way. Justin, of course, had huge solo hits, including Summer Love, Suit and Tie, Rock Your Body. But the 2006 Sexy Back, for me personally, was a huge letdown and a disappointment. But here's just a little clip from that. We've come a long, long way together through the hard times and the good. I have to celebrate you, baby. I have to praise you like I should. I have to praise you. 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 Like I should.
Nice.
So I'm all excited because
Lovely.
it's like 2006 and decided to depart ways, a long-time relationship.
Yeah.
So I'm singing. It's like, well, Justin's bringing Sexy back. All right, perfect timing.
Nice.
And it's like I hear this song. It's like, dude, you're falling way short. So then I got to saddle up and bring Sexy back myself.
I know. And
So all of a sudden the pressure's on Big Dan here.
yeah, it's
You
not
know,
easy.
I did a pretty amazing job. I won't lie to you, but man, I'm still exhausted.
But I just checked. He does not own the page
Yeah, I didn't
anymore.
think so, John. You just make
2011,
stuff
he bought
up.
it.
You know,
Nope.
everything you say, I just go.
He bought it in
"Nah."
2011 for $35 million. Sold it in 2016 for $87 million.
Oh my! So he did all right.
He did okay.
All
he
right.
sold it to Time Incorporated.
I see. Speaking of bringing Sexy back, kind of this, well, disturbing. It was 1995. President Bill Clinton authorizes a $20 billion loan to Mexico to stabilize its economy. That worked out great. That's fantastic. 1961, first primate in space. NASA launches Ham the chimp aboard a Mercury Redstone rocket from Cape Canaveral. He is recovered safely from the Atlantic Ocean following his 16-and-a-half-minute suborbital flight.
That's crazy. Isn't
nice.
that nuts that they... Hey, let's send a monkey up there and see what happens.
Yeah.
That's so cruel.
I think it's
the
gr-
poor
it's
thing.
awesome.
He had to have been so confused.
I think it's fantastic. It was Ham the chimp. They went, oh, Ham will go. What you don't know, of course, I think it was legal back then, they had some little marijuana edibles to calm him down.
No kidding.
Yeah, so technically he was baked ham.
Oh,
I see what you did there.
And in 1747, and how they would figure this stuff out back then is beyond me, but they did. 1747, first venereal diseases clinic opens at London Lock Hospital in London. 1747. You think
Wow.
about what medicine was back then. It's like, oh, nasty there, mate. Yes, I'm going to put a dozen leeches on it. And here's a pound of cocaine for the leakage.
Yeah. Yikes.
No, thank you. All right. Well, I know, we all know. We just move ahead here.
We're gonna do that, and I'm on my MySpace page. It still exists.
It's still active.
yeah. I didn't know if I would still be on here. I clicked on it, and by golly, there I am. So, interesting. I know what I'm doing for the rest of the day. Probably nothing with this. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday. Our guest today is Tom Henderson. He's with ResGen, Restoration Generation, and they've got date night comedy coming up this week, and they've got the ResGen Men's Summit coming up later this week. So if people would like to we'll start with date night comedy. If they'd like to get tickets to join you this Thursday and Friday, how do they get tickets, and who's going to be here?
Well, yes. So the easiest way is just to head to the website, resgen.org, resgen.org. You can find out all the info and tickets and all that kind of stuff. But and by the way, we moved it 1 week closer to Valentine's Day, John.
Nice.
So basically, we're taking care of all the work for guys.
Yeah.
So just a little bit before Valentine's Day, Ted Cunningham, who's been here before, you've heard him several times. He's the master at mixing content with comedy. I mean, you're laughing, 3-4 times a minute, but then all of a sudden he's dropping these nuggets that are helpful for your marriage and your relationships. And so he's going to be joining us again. He's become such a great friend of mine. And then he has connected me to another guy by the name of Paul Harris. And John, he is not only a phenomenal stand-up comedian, but he's also a phenomenal musician. Oh. And he's the lead singer of a band called the Cleverleys. That they actually, so they are a bluegrass band that covers popular songs in a bluegrass style. They have this whole thing. It's just hilarious. And so he's going to be coming, probably doing a little bit of music and some stand up. So those two in tandem for date night comedy on Thursday night, the 2nd of February, and Friday night, 3rd of February, is just going to be a phenomenal night of laughter, love, and then you're going to walk away with some tools and some enrichment type stuff to just continue to invest in your relationship, which is, of course, something that I'm very passionate about. And so both shows are the same, Thursday night and Friday night. So you can pick which one works best for you, and then plan on joining us. And at only $20 a ticket, it's pretty much the most affordable date you're going to find.
Absolutely. And the thing that's nice, even though it's an affordable date, it's not like a cheap date, because when you go there, you get some fantastic comedy. It's very good, high quality entertainment. You're going to be around a bunch of awesome people, many fun couples, might even go with other couples if you really want to. Make it a date night for you and some friends. And again, I've been to this almost every year. It is so much fun. And I've seen Ted Cunningham. He is hilarious. You're going to have a great time.
Yeah, it is great, and it's 2 hours, 7 to 9. So yeah, a lot of couples are they're hitting dinner before and then coming out, and then they're able to still go out afterwards if they want to do that. It's clean comedy, it's enriching, and all together a fun time. Friday night does sell out quick with 1,000 people, so 500 couples. So if you want to get on Friday night, get those right away.
Oh, yeah.
And then Thursday night's usually pretty close to sold out too. So would love to have everybody join us.
Now, in addition to that, right after this is Thursday and Friday, February 2nd and 3rd. And then we got Saturday, February 4th. You've got the ResGen Men's Summit. And who's going to be speaking at that event this year?
You bet. Well, this is the 8th year now for the Men's Summit. It's been amazing to just watch this thing grow. But Ted, again, is going to be joining us for the Men's Summit. We've got Ricky Jenkins, a phenomenal communicator and pastor from Southern California in the Palm Springs area. Jonathan Evans, who is, again, another gifted communicator, is also the chaplain for the Dallas Cowboys. Does a lot of he's author, spoken word, really phenomenal communicator. And then we're excited that John Acuff is going to be joining us this year.
Nice.
New York Times bestseller, best-selling author, top 100 speaker, does so many corporate, like top 50 corporate type events all year long. Going to be joining us at the Men's Summit this year. And so the entire summit this year, it goes on. It's Saturday, February 4th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Again, Central Church is hosting it. So 5 dynamic sessions. It only costs $30 to join us for that. And the theme this year, John, is just growth. What does it look like to be a growing man in every area of our lives, whether that be spiritual, professional, relational, emotional, personal, all of that. So what does it look like to be a growing man in every area of our lives? And I could not be more excited to see over 900 men gathered there on Saturday, February 4th.
Again, the events are coming up this week. We've got on Thursday and Friday, Date Night Comedy, and then on Saturday, the ResGen Men's Summit. If you'd like to get tickets for any of these events, go to the website resgen.org. That's RESGEN.org.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting.
Yeah. It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. Dan, what do you find interesting on this Tuesday?
Well, as we were talking, I think the other day off air, behind the scenes, if you will, I think I've experienced, 2 or 3 near-death experiences in the past couple of years.
Yes, you have.
Which you guys have been involved in all of them.
Yes, we have.
Which is merely a coincidence, by the way.
Which is pretty funny.
Don't you go point no
it's
fingers.
It's not our fault.
You guys are both just
make that clear.
Get up and rub some dirt in it, Dan.
Pretty much.
Get in the car. We're going to Sisseton.
It's going to be fun, yeah. We did take the assistant. There were no near-death experiences involved in that.
So, as it should come as no surprise, I'm obsessed with the other side now.
Oh, yeah.
Just obsessed with it. I tripped over this story, which I found interesting. A priest out of Michigan, Gerald Johnson is his name, suffered a massive heart attack back in 2016.
Huh.
Okay.
And he has taken to writing things down, whatever, and he just issued some things on social media, whatever, what that experience was. As far as he is concerned, he landed in hell. Because normally you hear a lot of stuff about...
Right. They're in heaven,
I was in heaven is real, and I saw the light, and it's kind of the same when people have that afterlife experience and then come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They always go to heaven. Or they think they have.
Not everybody.
Whatever the case may be. But the Padre here, Jerry says, it didn't last real long, but you don't want to be there. I know I don't.
Right.
And even though he's a priest, he was holding some grudges against people in life and stuff. And he said he really had to really had to come to Jesus moment after this experience.
Literally.
And some of the things he saw, he went, hell is hell. There were literally people being walked on all fours on leashes by demons who were on fire. He said everything was just dark except for flames. And this is my favorite part. He said we were being tortured around the clock with demons playing Bobby McFerrin's Don't Worry, Be Happy.
Wow.
So if that's not hell, I don't know what is.
See if I got a song. I all of a sudden feel like hearing.
That's where I went,
Bobby McFerrin hears that. He's like, hey.
Yeah, so I don't know if that takes any of the legit out of this, but it struck me as
that's hilarious.
I need to get to confession.
I can't handle that.
I'm not doing that. I'm just not. I just thought that was interesting.
That is
I can
funny.
see why. I
like
also
that.
found that interesting. Dan, thanks for coming in, man.
Hey, have a prosperous, blessed rest of the day. I'll catch up with you in the morning.
Sounds good. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Tuesday, January 31st, 2023. Equity markets began the week in retreat as investors brace for a big week of earnings, economic data, and the FOMC. This is the first hectic week of the earnings season and should see more than 100 reports from the S&P 500 companies cross the wire. The takeaway for the season so far is that earnings are weak and the outlook is souring. The economic data may not help. It should show continued strength in the labor market and rising wages to underpin inflation. The FOMC meeting is the big news of the week. The Fed will release its policy statement Wednesday and will most likely shock the market. The committee isn't likely to raise rates faster than 25 basis points, but it will most likely give a hawkish statement that leaves little room to doubt their seriousness. Anything less will give the market and the economy reason to accelerate, which could drive inflation to new heights. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.